My name is Yanni Economos. I'm co-writer and director of the film Noumena.
Hi, my name is Coby Resnick. I co-directed and co-wrote the film Noumena with Yanni Economos. The film follows a struggling student late at night in a library, and all of a sudden, like, these fantastical things happening.
The ideas of phenomena, which is the real world, and Noumena, which is
The simulation theory of 200 years ago. So working with this, we try to come up with something that was fresh and also a little bit timeless.
being able to use both live action shooting during library and recreating that in Unreal Engine, being able to show the distinguished kind of features of both.
From pre to post-production, the entire thing took 3 weeks, and during that 3 weeks, it was a grind. A lot of this stuff was recreated in VFX and in Unreal Engine, and so what we wanted to do was make sure everything was nailed, and we have storyboards, and we were using reference images from some of the films we love.
So in terms of production, we actually had access to shoot in Deering Library, which is on Northwestern's campus.
We have 1 hour to shoot this film in the most beautiful library of all. So it's always exciting to get a permit. We got to Deering. You know, there was a certain noise capacity the room normally has, and we definitely exceeded it. It was always funny, like bringing a C-stand into the room and a big light, and just telling people, oh, we're filming here, like you got to move aside. So we're in Deering at Northwestern University. We got a permit, which is very cool. Oh yeah. It was a stressful but very fun production process.
There was a lot of chaos happening in the moment. We had to be very quick, very efficient.
As an experimental film, we knew that we needed to do this with a small crew. So we enlisted Frank Yang to gaff and grip, and I've worked with him on a few other short films in the past, and every single time I'm just excited and mesmerized by what he's able to do with so little. We had Ari Braun filming behind the scenes. It was great, and running around, running lenses everywhere, and with Liz Vainblatt. This was the first time I was able to film with Liz, and her movement was naturalistic, and her performance wasn't over the top. You know, she nailed it, and without her, you know, all of our CGI would probably look really terrible. So. Post-production was its own beast. We ended up having to recreate the entire location in Unreal Engine.
This is a new type of art that is continuously emerging. We were super excited to just work with Unreal Engine, mix that with live action shooting to make this piece.
It took a few days to model the whole location. That was probably the most fun part. And then it got to the animation part, which was very stress-inducing.
There were a lot of obstacles we had to face, a lot of hurdles we had to get over.
We had some problems with some fractures, and it crashed.
Such a nightmare. I don't even like thinking about it.
Man, we had one night that was just like abysmal. The mood was terrible. It's 1:30 or 1:45, and we have a meeting tomorrow morning. The render crashed on us. Some pretty important architecture, and we're starting fresh on it.
We just finished making the fracture for our roof. We were just about to render it, and we were setting everything up. As we started the render process, the computer ended up freezing, and not only that, ended up full-on crashing.
The mood was terrible, and we went home knowing we only had 2 days left before the premiere, and just were like, there's no way we're gonna get this going. But
regardless, we pulled through. The next day, we were able to fix all of our files, and we were able to render it in record time as well. And so that was probably the most challenging night and post-production part for sure. I think the most enjoyable part was being able to collaborate and work with a program and software that's the industry standard in a lot of cases now, and being able to utilize that and mix it with live action shooting to make a film that's original, thought-provoking, creative, and will definitely evoke a lot of emotion and also a lot of questions to be asked as well.
You know, utilizing software like Unreal, despite such a high learning curve, really shows that the distance between a Hollywood and an independent film is shrinking, and so you know, it's very exciting to be part of the movement shrinking that gap.